The atmosphere on SmackDown reached an intense peak as former WWE Women's Champion Nia Jax made her way to the ring, radiating a commanding presence that made it clear she was far from finished with her pursuit of dominance in the women's division. Her appearance followed the chaos she caused just 1 week earlier, when she launched a surprise and vicious attack on current WWE Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton. That moment wasn't just a physical assault, it was a message. Jax didn't just lay out the champion, she also confronted Naomi, the current holder of the coveted women's Money in the Bank briefcase, firmly advising her not to cash in on Stratton. In Jax's view, Stratton wasn't the long-term future of the division. She was merely a temporary placeholder for a title that still belonged, at least in Jax's mind, to her. Jax confidently claimed that Tiffany Stratton had originally come to her, seeking to align herself with someone powerful and experienced. According to Jax, Stratton asked to be taken under her wing, recognizing that Nia Jax could guide her, protect her, and perhaps even help her climb the ladder to championship status. Jax said she agreed to that arrangement, but not out of friendship. Instead, she did it because she was watching, waiting, and planning. She mentioned that Stratton initially expressed gratitude, but as soon as she had the title and momentum on her side, she turned her back on the very person who had helped her rise. For Jax, this wasn't just betrayal, it was personal. She declared that the title Stratton currently held was never truly hers and that the WWE Universe would soon witness the rightful champion reclaim what was hers all along. Before Jax could continue, the music of Tiffany Stratton blared through the arena and the confident, stylish champion strutted down the ramp with her signature attitude and a smirk that showed she wasn't intimidated. Stratton, dressed in her usual glam gear and holding the title high, interrupted Jax with a sharp-tongued rebuttal. She dismissed Jax's claims entirely, telling her in no uncertain terms that it was time to move on. Stratton argued that her rise was due to her own hard work and skill, not because of anything Jax had done. She told Jax to stop clinging to the past and admit the truth. Tiffany Stratton was simply better. Jax didn't back down and immediately challenged Stratton to a match, demanding an opportunity to settle the score in the ring once and for all. Stratton smirked and, in a bold move, accepted the challenge, but not without raising the stakes. She officially made the match for next week's SmackDown and declared that it would be a last woman standing match, a brutal stipulation that ensures only one competitor can walk out under her own power, while the other stays down for a 10 count. The crowd erupted in anticipation as the two stared each other down. Tensions exploded in the ring as Jax went for a sudden strike. Stratton managed to evade the first blow, using her agility to her advantage, but she wasn't quick enough to avoid what came next. Jax powered through with a thunderous spinebuster that sent Stratton crashing into the mat. The audience gasped as Jax then delivered a crushing leg drop, taking full control of the situation. Not finished yet, Jax picked up the WWE Women's Championship and held it high above her head, a symbolic statement that the gold would soon be hers again. To further cement her message, she dropped another massive leg drop onto Stratton, leaving the champion reeling on the canvas. Just when it looked like the segment was coming to a close, chaos erupted again. Naomi's entrance music hit, and the high-energy superstar sprinted to the ring with the women's Money in the Bank briefcase in hand, accompanied by an official referee. The crowd erupted into cheers as Naomi was clearly poised to cash in and attempt to steal the title while Stratton was vulnerable. However, her plan was cut short in an instant. Nia Jax, always one step ahead, spotted Naomi's move and grabbed her just before she could hand the briefcase to the referee. Jax yanked Naomi out of the ring, foiling the attempted cash-in and saving Stratton, perhaps unintentionally. As the two struggled at ringside, Stratton recovered and saw her opportunity. She launched herself with a perfectly timed dropkick that sent Naomi flying off the ring apron and crashing into Jax on the floor below. With both women down, Stratton climbed to her feet in the ring and stood tall, raising her championship title high in the air as SmackDown faded out, closing the segment with a powerful image of a champion who refuses to be dethroned. In a separate and equally hard-fought match on the show, Charlotte Flair faced off against Chelsea Green in what turned out to be an exciting, fast-paced contest filled with hard-hitting offense and technical wrestling. Flair began the match with her signature aggression, unloading on Green with a barrage of knife-edge chops that echoed through the arena. She followed up with an overhead suplex, tossing Green across the ring with ease. The fans jeered as Flair mockingly saluted the audience, embracing her role as the villain. Flair then executed a flawless cartwheel into a clothesline, gaining momentum and scoring a 2 count. The action continued as Flair took out Isla Dawn's tag team partner, Kaylee Ray, Fire, by delivering a stiff kick that sent her crashing off the ring apron and to the floor. Green saw an opening and capitalized with an homage to her husband Matt Cardona, hitting Flair with a rough rider-style leg lariat. The move nearly scored her a major upset, but Flair managed to kick out just in time. Chelsea, fired up and sensing a possible victory, removed her protective face mask, signaling that she was ready to end things on her own terms. She charged at Flair, but Charlotte avoided the attack, rebounded off the ropes, and hit a devastating spear that seemed to seal the deal. However, Green surprised everyone with a quick cradle pin attempt that earned her another close near fall. Flair, unfazed, immediately countered by locking in her signature figure 8 submission hold in the center of the ring. Green struggled for only a few seconds before tapping out decisively. The match, which lasted around 8 minutes, was another strong showing for Flair, who continued to assert herself as a dominant and technically gifted competitor in the women's division. Both segments of the night, Nia Jax's fiery confrontation with Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair's hard-fought victory over Chelsea Green, served to highlight the depth, drama, and sheer unpredictability of the WWE women's division, leaving fans eagerly anticipating what's coming next. Former WWE Women's Champion Nia Jax made her entrance with undeniable authority, setting the stage for more drama following last week's explosive Smackdown confrontation. During that previous encounter, Jax had launched a brutal attack on the current champion, Tiffany Stratton, sending a clear message to both Stratton and the rest of the division. Jax had also warned Naomi, the current holder of the Women's Money in the Bank briefcase, not to waste her opportunity by cashing in on Stratton, implying the champion's days were already numbered in her eyes. According to Jax, it was actually Stratton who had approached her first, looking for guidance and trying to align herself under Jax's influence, clearly aware of Jax's experience and dominance in the ring. While Stratton initially showed gratitude, Jax claimed the gesture was ultimately a betrayal, asserting that it was th.